Also note that there's a warning sign with a curve. At the previous curve, it was 60 miles per hour. And note that it's only for cars. It's not recommended for buses. We recommend that you go at least 5 miles per hour slower than recommended. Okay, now we will perform an emergency pullover. I will signal to the right, apply my foot on the brake, check my mirror. I will now switch to the side of the road, coming to a complete stop. I will activate my hazard lights or my four ways, whichever. I will put my bus in neutral. I will pull out my park brake, and I would normally remove my key from the ignition, securing the bus. If I had to go on the outside of the bus, I would have an older student who you can trust to stand up front and watch the students on the bus. I would then go outside and check if I had a low tire or whatever was making that noise. If there's nothing wrong on the outside, I would come on the inside. Again, if I had to come on the inside of the bus and check a student who may have been having a seizure, I would do the same thing, pull out my park brake, put my bus in neutral, remove my key, and go check on the student in the bus. Now, you cannot park in an intersection, you cannot block an intersection, you cannot block a driveway. You cannot park in front of no parking sign. You can park in front of no parking sign for 10 minutes in an emergency situation. So if the instructor makes you park in front of 3 no parking signs, you can do so, but you have to tell him, I'm allowed to park here for 10 minutes. So after I have evaluated the situation, the bus is okay, the student is okay, I would come back into my seat, I would fasten my seat belt, I would start my bus again, I would release the park brake, put my bus in drive, I would release the hazards, and I would then activate my left turn signal. Checking my left mirror, flatten convex, making sure it's clear. It is clear to do so, so I would then get onto the highway. After I have established my lane, I would then deactivate my signal light. Checking my lane, my mirrors, left side, right side, scanning 12 to 15 seconds ahead or a quarter of a mile on highway roads. Every 3 to 5 seconds, checking your mirrors, checking your gauges, making sure everything is properly working. To make a lane switch, I will activate my left signal. I will allow it to blink at least 4 times, checking my mirrors. It is safe to switch lanes. I will now switch lanes. And I will make a turn. When making a turn on a highway like this, you want to go on the outer lane and you have a yield, so you have to either yield to traffic or stop if traffic is coming. I have come to a complete stop. My left signal is still activated. I have looked, rock and roll, make sure there's no traffic. I will then get back on the highway, getting into the left outer lane. Once I have established my speed limit is 65, but I have students on the bus, I can only go 55. If your bus is empty, you can follow the speed limit. I will check my mirrors, rocking and rolling, making sure there's no vehicles in my right lane. I will activate my right hand turn, let it blink 4 times, and then switch lanes. After I've got into my lane, I will deactivate my turn signal. Looking ahead, I have a vehicle turning in front. I will apply my brakes gently, and I will proceed.